Well, Mark, on the very day students start, those who are going back to school begin going back to school, the province made a surprise announcement. It is putting a pause on reopening the economy any further for the next 4 weeks, and that includes increasing your social bubbles. And here's the reason why. A steady increase in the COVID-19 positive cases causing fears of a second wave. Health Minister Christine Elliott calls it disturbing as case numbers continue to climb. There were 185 new cases reported today, along with 190 cases from Monday. Those are the highest numbers we've seen since late July. No new deaths were reported, leaving the province's death toll at 2,813. And as we dig a little deeper into those numbers, it shows most of the cases are still coming from 3 specific areas. The City of Toronto reporting 48 cases, Peel 42, and the City of Ottawa 37. The province says 28 of Ontario's public health units are reporting 5 or fewer cases, with 18 reporting no new cases. The 5-day rolling average is now at 170. And to put that into context, that 5-day rolling average has gone up by 60% in just the last 19 days alone. Premier Doug Ford today blamed big weddings and parties for that increase, and he says the 3 regions are responsible that I just mentioned: Toronto, Peel, and Brampton.
Ottawa, Toronto, and Brampton. And I can't emphasize it enough that we can't have these big parties. We can't have the big weddings.
If you're so concerned about these 3 areas, Brampton, Toronto, Ottawa, would you consider pushing them back into stage 2? At what point would you do that?
We aren't there yet, but if it just keeps creeping and creeping and people are ignoring the guidelines and the protocols, come on, guys, we have gone through everything together as a team, and you can't let your guard down now.
The Associate Medical Officer of Health today said they're seeing clusters of cases. For example, 15 linked back to a church in Toronto and 23 to a wedding in York Region. Some cases are also coming from work settings. The warning is clear.
None of us wants to return to the restrictive measures that were imposed in the spring.
The reminder and the steady increase in cases comes as students begin to return to class. Officials say the higher the spread in the community, the greater the risk COVID will spread in schools.
The best way to keep our schools safe is to keep our communities safe.
Epidemiologist Colin Furness says the increase in positive cases is coming sooner than he expected.
It's concerning. We know there's going to be a second wave. We know that as weather gets colder, COVID will have ideal conditions, and we're going to see an increase. I don't think schools are the problem. I think they're another log on a fire that's already burning. We need to start decreasing bubbles. We need to start decreasing the amount of social interactions we have, because COVID is not waiting and COVID is not sitting on the sidelines.
Now, 5 Ottawa schools, which opened up earlier this month, have reported outbreaks. In Quebec on Friday, they reported 47 schools had outbreaks. The good news here, though, is that hospitalizations in Ontario are still quite low. There are 17 people currently in ICU. However, that's likely because the age group 20 to 39 is very much the highest number of people that are coming down with COVID.